Senior high school logo was officially launched today at the Flagstaff House. The policy will kickstart in the next 2 weeks and is expected to bring some relief to parents. Let's find out from parents what their expectations are of the free SHS policy.
My understanding is that it's not free, but the government is going to, relieve some certain charges from the parent. For example, let's say library fee is abolished. The feeding fee also is abolished. So more or less, it's going to help a lot as compared to not, that implement that way.
I heard them saying they are going to bear all the costs. School fees, uniforms, books, boarding fees, everything. Yeah. That's my understanding.
Oh, she's about to go. At least there are certain things I have to take care of for her or him. Okay? There are certain things. At least house dresses and certain things I have to take care of it for him. Okay? Okay? So I don't think the government can bear everything.
What I understand from them is it's not going to pay a fees, but I don't know about feeding. Yeah, about the feeding or maybe books. But what I understand is you're not going to pay any fees for the whole 3 years or something.
Well, those were some parents sharing their views on SHS, the free SHS policy. Let's check out what you've been posting on Facebook.
All right, so then one of the things we're asking the people was, the main question we took out to the people is, what do you understand by the free?
The free SHS.
What free things are you expecting from government? And
it looks like it's gone down.
Yeah, it's obvious that they appreciate that there are some things that the parents themselves would have to take care of.
Everything.
Now let's look on Facebook. I.E. Frank says it's a good thing, but I expected it to be excluded in certain metropolitan regions in the country like Accra, Kumasi, and Takrady in order to boost and promote other areas within the country. This will also save costs for our dear nation. Kofi Sechi says, really confused with the word free. I know when you are being admitted into SHS, all your books are provided by the school store, plus printing fee during examination. Science students to buy a lot for practicals, not to talk about Greek students, home econs, visual art, boarding fee. So I want to know if all these sum up to free education. Right, so my understanding is that, well, there's some 1,000, for boarders, there's about 1,200 cedis of cost that government is taking, including boarding fees, tuition and all. Love is Blind says, I have said it and will say again that it's too Rumasi and Dramatox. Okay, this guy just comes to yes, Mobile Jeremiah says, good policy ever, human resource first. If Ghana wants to see economic and social progress, all stakeholders in the educational sector must play their roles for the policy to succeed. Philip Ahuma says, same qualification to enter SHS, irrespective of where you are located on the Ghana map. That for me is not fair. Pupils in deprived districts will be affected the most. Really? I don't see how. The Palace says, in fact, I'm very happy because I'm just in JHS2 and next year I'm writing my BC. But I hope teaching will be more effective as it was because cheap things are costly.
And Berima Akwabaji from Ginger says, it is only the NPP's dictionary that free means all excluding. Okay, I'm a senior high school tutor. I compared government's free components to the bill of a school, and surprisingly, parents would have to pay other aspects which are not captured in government's and sum up to about 101 Ghana cedis. Yet, Napo and his people claim that it's free. They are editing every single promise.
Okay, hold on. It would have been helpful if Barama Kubaji would have broken down the 101 cities he's talking about.
So what exactly?
But yeah, in any case, I mean, if you are sending a word to the boarding school and they've paid 1,000 for you and you have to pay 101 cities, please. I mean, at this point, you're expecting that the transport from the house to the school is paid for you. Is that what you expect?
So we're making some headway. James Abusanga writes, I expect that continuing students who were asked to pay 380 Ghana cedis will be directed to stop the payment and enjoy the promised free SHS. And Al Bayan says, congratulations to NPP and the president for fulfilling their promise to Ghanaians, and we hope that they will do more to uplift the good image of this country. Those are some interesting comments on Facebook. Also, when you hear the name Princess Diana, what rings? And it's exactly 20 years today. Princess Diana, Princess of Wales Diana, was involved in a fatal car crash in Paris that cost her life, her companion and driver. Now, after her death, conspiracy theories were propounded that her crash was planned. 20 years down the lane, she's being remembered. So tell me, where were you when she died, and which stories have you heard after her death?
I was at work when I heard she has had an accident. Yeah, but then I was in 20, yes, I was in 20s, in my 20s. Yeah, well, after her death, I've not heard much, but what people used to say after, you know, he got married to another billionaire, and through that, some were saying because of maybe the person he married, that's why they tried to sabotage her and they involve her in with the accident.
I was at Agbozuma. I was a teacher teaching at Agbozuma Central Junior Secondary School. And he was in a relationship or starting a relationship with that man, and then they had to meet somewhere, and then media men were chasing them to fish out information from them, and she was trying to run away from them. And then through that, she got involved in an accident, and then that was it.
I think I was at a workplace, and then the news broke up that she's dead. But I think what I heard, as it was a plot that people were hired to kill her because she got married to a Muslim, what have you, and then due to that, because of the children she had with the prince, they don't want any blood to come in between them. So I think that's what I heard.
I learned she was going out with Dodi Afai's son, and the British, you know, I would say the monarch didn't like her, so they planned her death or something.
All right, so let's check out what you've been saying on Facebook.
Buyer Jeremiah says, today is the first time I'm hearing of it. If it's true that she really died, then may so continue to rest in peace or return if possible. Adnan says, it's not necessary, she's dead. Let's talk about tomorrow's Islamic feast, Eid al-Adha. I'm inviting your friends and family to join me here in Boku for the great feast. God bless Ghana. El Baite says, I don't even know who she is. By the way, I believe I was in my room when she had the accident and died. You don't know who she is, but you remember you were in your room. James Awusanga, so sad, but by then I was in the upper primary. Only heard about Princess Diana from my dad. And Foster says, was still sucking my mom's breast, but my condolences to the family.
Was it what time? It's exactly 30 years today when I was born. Where was Princess? And Tesla says, I was forming a different Diana in someone's womb by then. Rest in peace, beautiful Diana. Very interesting comment. Okay, but finally, as you already know, school will be reopening in the next few weeks. And for those of you in the boarding house, it's obvious you're going to be missing home chore, because certainly the meals served in school are nothing close to the one Mama cooks at home. Remember the gas soup, the gasso, that's the groundnut soup, and that could almost, you could almost use that as a mirror. You remember gashit, that's Gary and Shito, among others. So tell me, what was your favorite dining hall meal whilst you were in the boarding house?
My favorite food in high school was kinky and granite soup. Why? Because I loved it. It was nice. It was really nice.
Yes. Red.
Where was it eating?
We do normally eat it Friday afternoon. That is fried plantain and then beans with beans stew.
Beans and rice.
Which day did you take that?
Every Wednesday.
My favorite dining hall food was jollof rice.
When was it taken?
Those times it was in the afternoon.
Which day?
Saturdays.
Right. Well, normally I like rice. Rice and stew.
Dining hall.
Yeah. I like rice so much.
And Israel says his favorite was rice and gasso. So tell me what yours is.
Berima Kubaji says none, simply because some of us were day students and therefore had no means of being in the dining hall. Okay, so we didn't expect you to come and write then. Adnan says cocoa was my best meal. Why? Because many people didn't like it, so it was a blessing in disguise. Okay, Asafo says, well, gakenke with steamed beans. Evan Sakwa says, oh, joy news. Mine was cocoa or
You suck it Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, and after 3 minutes, you find yourself dozing off already. Princess Lois says, Tom Brown for Wednesday breakfast and jollof for Sunday lunch. The rest tastes like Satan's urine. Oh!
My
Lidoku
goodness.
says, great Amas, Tom Brown, aka sucking the blood of the poor. That's what I remember. Randolph says, call somebody else and says, please, roll call. Tell us how you discovered Gary and Beans, aka Gobe, back in SHS. Newton says, rice with beans stew is my favorite. I hate the maize porridge on Mondays.
And Mensa Bromper says pizza on Mondays.
Oh,
really?
Which pizza?
Which school did you attend? He says, fufu and apple cracker on Thursday, really a shawarma on Wednesday.
Oh, you're joking.
I don't believe you. Your boy Angelina says, oblayo with milk. And Sharif, the general, says, wache. And those are some comments on Facebook.